Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, and the house has been built by guys from Boomer to Dig. Home to the Maryland Terrapins, where the fans are eager to welcome visitors into the shell. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Buckeyes offense will take the first swing of the game. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And first play under the lights, you had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
This quarterback part of their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Fakes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, the ground game. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The Terrapins will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead forward, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side?
The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
He's going to take off. Still on his feet at the 45.
Man, it's so frustrating. They happen so fast. He just pulls it down. Looks like a pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll go to the counter. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room at the 35. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Terrapins are on the move. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. He'll pull it down. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
Yeah, and the QB decided to take it himself. He got a little bit of pressure, you could see, and decided to take off, scramble, and couldn't get the first down. And now it's 4th down decision time. No matter where it is on the field or what the distance is, you know there's a chance. We still might go for it.
Running for it on 4th down. Smashes through. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
First down here for the offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him, you want to get to his legs, and if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see them get woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win. It might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance.
Got enough space, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Firing to the right, complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting involved.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Slips through the line. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He wants to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Got it inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Look at the stats as we played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen. You put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The give to the lone running back. The Buckeyes get the first down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a...
Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on...
By Maryland.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's O'Neal. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here comes the offense on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block, and the returner is stopped. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
It's complete to the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Second and 10 after the previous play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Shakes off the defender. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches a football.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They finally make the stop, and the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's O'Neal. Gets it out quickly. And it's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. On second down, just keeps firing. The quick out. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man on the right. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And the Terrapins will call on their punt team. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice confident corner kick.
Turns it loose. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Finds his tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. The Buckeyes have a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive. He's
going to pass. Sends it downfield. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple of scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the handoff. Sweet feet on the move. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Duggan. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The Terrapins want to move quickly. They'll try to pop the draw. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And here comes the punt team. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Great move there. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He finds his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff to the single back. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll start the return inside the spot. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Maryland has the defense ready to go. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run, you just create some balance. You reset the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And the quarterback is slowed under.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the spot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And the Terrapins will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. On his way back from the 20. Makes a move. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to...
He's got it down the right side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers or big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to pass, it's O'Neal. Getting some heat. Buys a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game. And you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Here comes the field goal unit. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Stanford overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Palo Alto, this Cardinal team has to be thrilled with this result.
On the option,
A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't not free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
And that's a gut punch, especially for the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
On fourth down, going to the air. He's got his man. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Line gets set, first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's O'Neal. He's got him still on his feet. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
They had a great job on the QB, find the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Here we go.
A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They move the tight end all over. Looking for the end zone on second and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapin. A quick strike, just as we expected. Well, they blocked the extra point. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And right down the middle. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. First down to start the drive after the break.
29 Philly.
Looking to move it through the air. Complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first rounder for 38.
Good enough.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
Trying to get to it. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass, it's O'Neal. A strike downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit. Yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking up the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the football.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove. The kids are young. You can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there, looking for a productive play on 1st down. They go to the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's right on target. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
Fighting off the defender. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Offense getting set for 1st down. To the air, it's O'Neal. Steps away to find some room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. Now we got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down.
Here we go.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
For the offense.
Off-play action on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Buckeyes have moved it inside the 20.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that.
A shot toward the end zone. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field, in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I get my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Finds the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to the air one more time. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get the first through the air. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Terrapins getting set on first and 10.
4-2 spot.
He's looking to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaches.
And they got him for the sack. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's looking on the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And the Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Looking left. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, to get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Trying to beat the D deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ohio State, 56. Maryland, 30.
He'll bring it out. It's Duggan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16.
1st and 10.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking to pass. It's O'Neal. Throws to the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a